You talk a lot about values being very important. I think, however, some relationships like family relationships that can occur and you have very different values from your family members,
Mm.
with your parents, perhaps, your siblings, your cousins, your grandparents. Can such a family relationship make sense, or is it even worth keeping when there is a clear difference in values among your family members?
I think some people would argue that family is so important that you should stay together even with conflicting values. I think for me, I disagree with that, given just the immense amount of resources needed to keep the family, let's say keep this member of the family in despite opposing values and views of the world.
Hmm.
I mean, that doesn't necessarily mean that like, oh, if you don't have these exact values, you're going to be kicked out, right?
Hmm.
And more of like when you have diametrically opposing values, it's more like you just I think that both parties just wouldn't really even want to be together, but they would stay together solely because of sacrifice towards the family or whatever like community.
Yeah. Hmm. I want to go back to something you said about friendships, a lot about being very deliberate with expectations and so forth. And it kind of reminded me about perspectives regarding money. Like, if you don't budget your money or tell it where to go, it's going to go everywhere and not going to know where it went.
Hmm.
In the same way, if you don't plan out your friendship, it's just going to go everywhere. You're not going to go know where it went. If you were to engineer a friendship that was sustainable and long lasting, how would you engineer it or plan it? Because like making a budget for money is easy. I can just put in all the boxes right there. Friendship seems to be a little bit messier. How do you engineer or budget a friendship, so to speak?
Hmm. So I think you would need to draw up a friendship contract. That doesn't necessarily mean like you literally like have a document
Hmm.
and just list on it for a contract. But I think it's more you can do it more so I guess more casually, where I think you need to establish if you have similar values, if you have similar desires, or you can reach a consensus about frequency of hanging out together or spending time together. Um, I mean, I think it's primarily like knowing what it is that you want from this relationship and then asking that person or telling the person and then asking if they share the same desires and what other desires do they have out of this friendship.
Hmm.
And then at the end of the day, it really is just I have these expectations that I would like fulfilled. Can you fulfill them? And then what expectations do you have?
Hmm.